I'm at the dot. That's what we look at.
Looking at the dot right there. Because we are live right now, looking at the dot on the TV. Dot right there. Here, tuned in to the Actors Cut, the weekly hit show right here on MNN. Yo, it's so great. Listen, I'm very excited because I got another great guest on tonight, REMA HARVELL.
Hi.
She's amazing. Fashion designer, studio engineer, comedian, actress. We're going to get into all that. So I'm not even going to be talking anymore. I'm just going to let her introduce herself to the media audience out there. Thank you for coming down. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
There's not much to say. I'm just dope.
It's a lot to say.
I'm dope. That's it. You put it. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you got to look in the mirror and tell yourself who you are.
Right.
When I wake up, I say I'm dope. When anybody asks me who are you, I say I'm dope. You understand me? And dope means anything positive, anything just awesome, anything extraordinary. That's what I am.
Right.
So even though I have all those different things I know how to do, we all know how to do that. So I'm only mingling with dope people.
Right.
You're dope.
Right.
Let's go.
Thank you. Thank
you.
you.
The show's dope. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you. And she's and listen, I love her energy. Like I be watching her IG live. She goes in.
Make sure y'all follow that.
Oh my God. At REMA HARVELL, it's follow her because she goes in, she talks about everything on her Instagram live, like no holds bar, uncensored, it don't matter.
Well, I figure like this, you know, how many times you go onto somebody's live and they're laying there popping bubble gum or spitting bubbles or complaining about something that nobody really cares about.
Right.
When I start talking, I'm an edutainer.
Right.
You understand me? So I'm going to educate you on knowledge that you probably didn't even think. You understand? Or maybe something that you think about that other people think that you don't know that other people think about. I'm going to say it. And there's a lot of people like that out there, but I just tell it from my point of view.
Right.
So it become relative.
Well, I mean, it's a point of view that a lot of people can understand because it's straight to the point. It's no holds barred, you know. Trust me, there's no holds barred with anything that she says on her IG. Listen, give them your background information. Where are you from? Let them know where you're from.
I am a Bronx baby, Harlem made me, Brooklyn grown.
Oh, I like that. Say that again. Say that again.
Bronx baby. I was born in the Bronx. Harlem made me. I was raised up in Harlem my teen years to my adult years. And Brooklyn grown. Most of my adulthood, I spent partying and hanging in Brooklyn.
Okay, okay.
So I got all of that mixed up in there, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
So with that being said, I ran a radio station for about maybe 3 years recently. I just recently let it go so I can expand my horizon with other things. I recently started doing comedy, stand-up. That's been real fun. Shout out to Smokey Suarez. He put me on the stage
That's
first.
my man's right there.
At the Mocha's Lounge. Shout out to Rashad Bashir. He's another cool comedian. And shout out to Joe Hill. Those three right there put me on the stage, and I was able to do my thing. I'm actually hitting the stage again really soon for this year.
You know what's so ironic about Joe Hill? Joe Hill was one of my students when I used to teach barbering downtown. He was one of my barbering students.
Look at that. Look at that.
Small world, 6 degrees of separation.
Yes,
huh?
yes, yes.
That's so funny. Shout out to my man Joe Hill right there doing the comedy and the barbering tip.
It's awesome.
So tell us about how you got started, because let me tell you how I met this young lady right here. And I'm sweating because it's hot and I'm black. Oh, by the way, you see this fresh jacket? This is by Stephen Land. You know, you can
looks
get this.
nice.
Look,
It's sharp,
like
and
this,
we
right?
match actually.
We
so
matching.
this is really going in. We both gold and shiny and everything.
Gold and shiny, right?
Right. I couldn't let you just have this seat. I was like, I had to do it loud. Go ahead.
Shout out to my man Nehemiah Wallace, Stephen Land.
That's right.
Andy, let's get back to you. So you have the radio background. You have the acting background, and you have the fashion industry. Let's get into your radio background first. How did you get started in radio? Because that's what I was about to say. This is where I met this young lady at. Shout out to my man, Manny Miz.
Shout out to
in the
Swag in
City.
the City, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
My girl, Yasina, my girl, Meek, DJ Effects,
everybody
down there.
Jarodi, yes.
Yarodi.
Yes.
My man, Ray. So this is where I met this young lady at. And she was just doing her thing, and then I met her, and I talked to her, and I was like, huh. I noticed her name, I was like, I met you. You're one of my Instagram friends. That was my first time ever I met
And he
somebody.
was so excited
I was
about
excited.
meeting somebody
That was
on
my
Instagram.
I never met anybody off of Instagram before.
The way you made it sound was like I was some kind of like, you know, icon. No, listen, I was very, very happy to have met you that day as well.
Right.
And hearing everything that you're doing. My radio history goes all the way back to 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So we're saying 7 years of online radio industry. So that was a lot of sweat.
It was, right? It's hot in here.
About to swim in it.
Woo!
So what happened was that I was in a totally different time frame, and I got picked up to come on somebody's show, and I did the show. I never did online and live stream shows before. I did it. We got about 5,000 views in a week, and they asked me to co-host about a month later. I co-host for 6 months, and then I decided to do my own thing. And that kind of flopped a little bit, so I kept being persistent, and I started up Out of the Box Radio in 2012. So from 2012 to the middle towards the ending of 2013, I did that show. Now that show I did I was always a big girl, you heard, but I did that show in full-blown lingerie every week for 13 weeks, and then by the following months after, I just decided to put my clothes on and chill out. So.
Right.
I was all over the place. Then after that, for about a year, I was on hiatus. In 2014, towards the end of the year, I started co-hosting on a show called Rise to Glory at the station at FLO Empire Radio. I met Slims, and me and Slims got really close, and it's really, he was a CEO there. And then I noticed that he needed some help, and I was like, yo, I'll do it. Teach me. So for the whole summer of 2015, I learned the boards on how to do engineering, audio engineering, how to DJ, how to do some Photoshop stuff. Like, he just taught me everything. And then by that fall, I was already running the station.
Very
so
nice.
the fall of 15, I was running the station.
Very nice. Very nice. Let me grab my paper towel right here, because you may not be able to notice. Or maybe you can, because if you've seen this nice little
it's definitely beating.
I'm just going to grab my...
Well, as you grab that, I'll continue.
Okay.
So the fall, when I started started doing the engineering as the station manager,
Right.
I also had my own show, and I did The Big Squeeze. And I did that show with my homegirl, Miss Lola Lapone. I love her. And then I took a hiatus from the show for a little while. Came back and did the show for a couple of more months, and then I said, you know what, radio isn't what I choose to do anymore, and then I just decided to just be the station manager.
Right.
I did that for a while, and then that's around the time I met Mr. Bashir, and Rashad was like, nah, you need to try this comedy thing. And I said, I'm not funny. No way, I'm not funny. And then I tried it, and I ended up grabbing a boob the first time I ever did a joke. The lady was like, is my boobs big enough? I said, I don't know. And
That's the way you started off.
That was it. And from that point on, I just, I love it, but that's what I do.
Very nice.
So radio is yesterday, tomorrow is TV, and currently, I'm just playing around with different things, acting, comedy, sketching, sketch artists, skit artists and stuff like that. Whatever I can do, I'm going to do.
Right.
That's it.
And you have to.
That's it.
Do you feel this energy? This is what I'm talking about, her energy. Like, it's like super confidence right here. I've already known what she's doing. I'm sitting here like...
Well,
yes.
last year I was asked I should go on I should go audition for different things, and one of the auditions was the Wildin' Out. Every year Nick Cannon does this, audition. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I couldn't do it last year. I just didn't have no kind of... This year I was like, whatever, let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? I get a check. So
right.
My mission at this point is just to do the same thing for other people. Look, whatever it is that you want to try out, try it. The worst thing that can happen is nothing.
Right.
Because even in trying and you fail, you still did it.
Right.
Can't nobody say or take nothing from you if you tried it.
Exactly.
You understand me?
Exactly.
And you look at yourself like, you know what, I did that.
Right.
And if you try it and fail, you could do it again.
Right.
And maybe this time you won't fail.
Right.
But
even if you fail the first time, that's not a fail because you tried.
Because you tried.
That's a learning experience.
Although,
now you building off of that to make it to the next
it.
level.
Just
what
keep
you gotta
going.
Do.
Keep going. If whatever it is that you said you wanted to do, go do it.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's there for you to do.
Right. I mean, and especially with the radio and the comedy, because you have to have like you have to be brave and confident to get on stage and do some comedy.
With radio,
is it just like? Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference. I'm listening. We listening.
I say that I'm a natural born a-hole, right? So being an a-hole is different than being a comedian. Like I tell stories way different than I could. Like I could talk for a whole 2 hours straight. I know we don't have that much time, but y'all got to check out my live, REMA HARVELL. But I could talk for about 2 hours straight. I remember getting on a live and then it cuts me off in an hour and I go right back on. I ask everybody if they would like me to come back on. I go right back on. I finish the conversation. And I did that once or twice, about 3 times. You understand me? I could just talk. So the difficult part of that was that I had to learn how to make my funny into 5 minutes.
Right.
I couldn't make funny into 5 minutes because I make funny into an hour. I just talk. But whatever. The difference to me is the audience. You know, you're being in front of all these strangers. I feel like I always need just one person I know because then I could crack jokes with them all day. We going back and forth. But when it's an empty crowd and I don't know anybody and I don't have anybody to bounce off of, it becomes a little strain. But you know what? Whatever. I'm not even paying y'all no mind. We're going to relate one way or another. You understand me? One way. I'm telling you, I go from my main topics are sex, drugs, and relationship. And that's for everything, from my talk show to my comedy. And if you have something you want me to talk about, discuss, just send it my way, and that's what I do. But it has to be about those things, and it has to be debatable.
Right. So let's ask this question with comedy right now. It's a lot of comedians coming up. How do you feel the state of the comedy game is, and what would you like to see happen? Because I know I've spoken to a few different other female comedians, and they say it's harder for them because sometimes, you know, the guys really don't want to let them perform or something, or that some of the females have said, you know, the guys, you know, want them to dress a certain way to perform or something like that. So how do you feel about, you know, being a female in the comedy industry?
Everything is oversexed in the world. Who gives a shit?
Right.
I feel like if you have a phone and you can record, then you have a platform.
Right.
Don't sit there and not utilize every platform you have around you. That's my first thing. So for me, there's no glass ceiling. There's no, oh, this person said I can't. The same no that you gave me, there's 50 more people that's going to give me a yes.
Right.
I don't give a crap. And as far as the comedy world or any industry, it all is entertainment. And at the end of the day, if you don't know how to work and wiggle your way through, you shouldn't be in it.
Right.
If you can't take them punches, don't be in it. Right. And I know that sounds so bad. But the truth of the matter is
the truth.
The truth of the matter is I just started in comedy. I don't know all of the hiccups. I'm getting a lot of energy, like information about it, but I don't pay it no mind because it don't go to me.
Right.
Like it doesn't do that. If that makes sense. Like it doesn't affect me because in my mind there's nothing else greater than I.
Right.
You understand me? I'm dope. Like that's it. Like I said, I'm dope. So there's nothing else greater than I. There's nobody that can tell me that I cannot do anything. Only person that can tell me I can't do something is myself.
Right.
So if your stage was still your stage, I promise you, even if you told me I couldn't get on that mic, I would have talked to every person in that crowd and still made them all laugh. I would have been slightly funny, not too loud as ghetto, but loud enough that I got the point across. We would have had the joke. You would have been sitting there trying to pay attention to this dude. I'm telling you another joke that's funnier than him. You understand me? Just I don't care. Take over till you kick me out. But when you kick me out, you're going to be like, that girl with them funny glasses and them funny looking wig got kicked out that night. You ain't even going to remember the comedian that was up there. You're going to remember REMA HARVELL.
Right.
End the story.
Right. So, you got an agenda.
Tell me no. Tell me no. It's over.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it. So let's talk about the web series that you're working on right now.
That's the name of the web series. Let's go. A vintage story. It's really dope. It has so many different parts to it. I came into the latter end of the second season. I played Tanya. And the guy that's my boyfriend, he says, well, he's my love interest, I guess. That's how I got put on to it. So his name is Jonathan on the show. And his name is Promo, but Jonathan on the show. And he's like, yeah, your name is Tanya. So everybody calls me Tanya or Tanya. It's so weird. But shout out to C-Class. It got 4 million views right now. We have 4 million plus views. About to hit 5 million. And I just feel like there's no place but the top when it comes to that.
And that's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. It's called Let's Go, a vintage story.
Very nice. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's about? Tell us, give us a little premise of it.
All right, so it's a few main characters that's still around. I just became one of the main characters, so that's pretty dope. And it's like a robbing, stealing. Every hustle you could think about, they have in the show.
Right.
You understand me? The busting of the checks, the robbing, the stealing, the killing, the all kind of different twists. What I love about it is that they involved everybody. There's not one person in their circle that is not in this show. So it's really dope. You got to check it out.
That's good. And you know, that's important because just, you know, downstairs, you notice all those people that was downstairs shooting that show. Those are people all working together. And I was telling the people that work at the staff that work here, I was like, that's how you do a show right there.
Right.
So when you have a show, you know, you're supposed to have everybody, somebody on your crew that can edit, somebody on your crew that can shoot, somebody on your crew that can write, because you want to keep all of that encompassing. Not only are you building that strong business relationship and building a strong business, but you're also building your personal relationship even better. So I like that fact.
Right.
That
and he does everything on his own. So shout out to C-Class.
Very nice. So let's check that out on YouTube. Let's go. Put that in. So let's talk about, see, we're about to talk about more stuff because I told you, well, she told you, she's dope.
I'm dope. Let's get it. Let's go.
At REMA HARVELL.
At REMA HARVELL. I'm dope.
Her.
Get me to do everything. I host. I can talk smack. What's up? What are we talking about? We're going to talk about my corsets.
Yes. How did you know? She read my mind. She's got ESPN.
So while we discussing that, I know I can't go too far, but I wanted to show you that I have one with me, right? And this one is a size, this is a size 3X. I'm sure I'm still locked in. So my corsets, I want you to touch it.
Okay.
Just get a feel of it, because you are a fashionable guy.
Yes, I am.
I want you to touch it. How does it feel to you?
It feels very nice.
Do it feel sturdy?
Yes, it does.
It's iron bone.
Yes,
that's right. So it don't crinkle under the rolls. So my goal is to eliminate the shapewear. No waist trainers for this year. No bras for this year. No blouses that you have to look in your closet for this year. Yes, this is pink. However, I do have over 7 different colors.
Let them see this.
Yeah, I would have tucked it on, but y'all could go to happyhosiery.com and check it out. So, boop, 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 boop. That's how it looks.
You can't put it on right now?
I can put it on.
Put it on.
Move the mic real quick.
Let me move the mic. Let me help this young lady out so we can see her corset. And so where can people find these corsets?
Happyhosiery.com.
Happyhosiery.com.
If, you know, for me right now, of course, this is not fitting the way it should. However, you fit like this. For me, I noticed that when I put my corsets on, I don't need a bra. I don't need a waist trainer. I don't need a shaper. A lot of times, us plus size women, we put all this stuff on, and it's tiring trying to use the bathroom. Have you tried to... Real quick, have you tried to use the bathroom and have one of these things on, like the shapers and shit, like your shirt? You got to take your shirt off. Then you got to pull a sleeve out.
Right.
Then you got to make sure that it pops back down, right? And then you go to the bathroom. After you use the bathroom, you're in there a little longer. I'm pretty sure people think I'll be taking a number 2 when I'm sitting there, whatever the case may be. So then you got that problem.
And it's just that you just strapping everything back up.
The next problem with corsets is the fact that they come thin plastic, and when you pull them, they leave wrinkles, like they fold and everything like that. The bone is not right, and it make you feel stiff and hard. So I decided to sell them on my Happy Hosiery site. I sell hosiery, plus size and regular. And then I decided to start something called Corset Crazy, which is me fitting women in corsets. So you're like, well, I would like to shop from her, but I don't know what size I am. So to eliminate not knowing what size you are, come out, get fitted, or allow me to come to you, get fitted, and now you know your size. Even if you don't buy anything, at least you know you know what your size is. And every 3 months, starting last week, I do corset fitting events.
Right, and you have something coming up soon. When is that?
I did that last week, and I have one coming up in another 2.5 months.
Okay.
So I'm doing it every quarter.
Okay.
So this way that you know, everybody can know what their sizes are. Women go in and out of size.
Right.
So.
Right. But like she said, you can get her information and you can call her and she can come to you.
I'll come to you. I travel. This is my job.
You don't have to wait.
You don't have to wait.
You don't have to wait. We know good things come to those who wait,
but this one,
it's good when you don't have to wait.
And mind you, I have all the core colors. I have black, white, red, boom. But I also have like turquoise. I have like green, teal. I have orange. I mean, like, come on. Like, you know, whatever you decide you want. But think about it. You go in your closet, you go to try to put something on, you really can't figure it out, or you buy something online, you buy it with the idea that you're going to wear it like 2 days after it comes in out of shipping, and you get it, and now you just wasted all this $50, and especially if you're busty, you wasted $50, $60 on a piece or garment that you can't wear, so now I'm giving it to my cousin, I'm giving it to my friend, I'm giving it to somebody else.
Right. So it's best just to come get fitted. Or call her to get fitted.
That's right.
So you can get your size and you know what you are. Simple
and if you want entertainment, follow me at REMA HARVELL or go check out my YouTube.
Give them all your information.
Go check out my YouTube at Harlem's Radio REMA, and that's Harlem's with an S, radio, like radio, and REMA, and you'll find all my YouTubes. I do dub my lives and put it on YouTube. I'm funny. Believe me, I'm funny because I'm dope.
She's funny.
I have fun. This is fun.
You do.
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
You see this energy. See, this is the type of energy that I love from my guests. To come down and we can, and I told you, like, time is just going by. We almost out of time. And I told you, you know, sometimes, you know, you may have a guest, not saying that I have, but sometimes you may have a guest and they don't, that energy is not there.
But it's not even on the guest. This is my little part for me being a radio person.
Preach now.
It's not on the guest. It is on the host. You got to be turned up before your guests walk in the door. Because whenever you turn, I've had slow guests like that before, and I'm always turned. How you doing? What we doing? How is it going? What's up?
Well, you notice I said not on my show.
And then they
not on my show. You come here, we're going to have this interview crunk one way to, as the millennials would say, we're going to be lit here. One way or the other.
We're going to get litty.
Litty. What the hell is litty?
I have no idea. It's a word that people say.
These millennials, they got a bunch of new words.
Well, I'm a millennial too, I guess. You know, I'm 80s baby and shit.
Oh, well, I'm 70s baby.
But no, I think that language changes is dope. Like I said, dope. Dope is dope. That's our word. That's dope. But you know what I'm saying, because I'm dope.
She is. Trust me, she is. She is. And I was very glad to meet you when I met you.
Right.
And I came in and she was
frame.
doing her thing, and she was on the board, and she was hitting buttons. And
sit here, move the mic here, do this, do that.
And you know what? That's something that I'm just like, you know, everything entertainment, you know, of course I'm on, you know, the outside of the camera, and behind the camera, you know, I do the hair as well. Everybody knows I'm a master barber. I work on different shows, and I do my show down here, but it's I don't get to push as many buttons. You know, I push like 5 buttons and then I'm set. You know what I'm saying? Like what you were doing.
I was able to do a lot of buttons.
I want to get into that. I love that type of production.
I learned how to do DJing. I was always interested in wanting to do a DJing situation. I learned how to DJ. He taught me how to do audio engineering, the visuals and everything else. I already knew how to build websites. So working alongside of Ustream and Livestream and all these different, you know, functions, I was good with it. And all these little buttons is really easy and simple.
It is.
It's very simple.
You hit one button, couple buttons. And
I was able to push, close. Listen. I had fun as an audio engineer because of all of the people I've met, including yourself.
Right.
However, like I said before, me sitting in that seat, I wasn't able to just fly. And I'm watching everybody else come in the room being interviewed about how they've been flying.
Right.
And here I am sitting here with wings that's tied up, and I'm ready to fly. And once I got the chance to really separate myself from that situation, although I'm still very cool with Slims, but I was able to separate. I was able to fly.
Right.
And when I tell you I feel so free, and I'll tell you another thing, I wasn't let without nothing there.
Right.
I literally have not been employed and still been able to pay all my bills.
Right.
God is good.
Right.
I've been able to go and take care of my children. God is good. I've been able to do all of this stuff with no employment because I decided to move on faith and move on what I wanted to do for me, what was set for me to do.
Right.
And I'm okay.
Right.
I'm taken care of.
Right.
Even starting my business. So I'm dope.
Right.
Done.
Yo, I was sitting here getting pumped up. Like, that was like a motivational, like, yo, she just makes you feel good when she talks to you. Listen, if you are feeling down or anything, all you got to do is just listen to her. And her energy, I keep saying her energy because you don't understand this woman's energy right here is so positive and it's so giving and it's so like, it's an energy
story to tell.
that makes.
Believe me and you, I got a story to tell.
Tell it. Can you tell it real quick? Oh, no.
Get the book.
Right.
Nah, I got a lot, but I have history too, and there's a lot of people out here that got history that don't think that they can start over from where they are. They think that it's too late. They think that the only hustle they have is the one. I tell you like this, take the hustle you got and take out the components. Keep the formula.
Right.
Take the components out. If A plus B equals C, then so does X plus Y equals Z.
Right.
Remember that. Keep the formula.
Right.
That's all I did.
Right.
I went from hustling one way to hustling a different way inside of a whole different game, but I kept the formula I was using in the other one to win, and I'm able to win this way too. Right.
I love it.
I'll be back.
Give me your information one more time.
My name is Rema Harvell. You can hit me up at REMAHARVELL@gmail.com. The same thing at Instagram, at Twitter, Rema Harvell. That's it. And Facebook too.
And the clothing website.
Happy Hosiery, HAPPIE, Hosiery, HOSIERY.com. Definitely hit that up as well.
And you will keep them posted on where you're performing your comedy so they
all the time. Just hit me up.
Hit her up.
I'm dope. You gotta hit me up because I'm dope. That's it.
Hit her up. I love it. I love the energy. You see how I got just cool.
I
just sat back. You know what I'm saying? Yo, once again, shouts out to my man Nehemiah Wallace over at Stephen Lanford. You know, helping me
for this dope suit,
fresh
jacket,
dip, you know, the shirt, the jacket. You know, I need like an old school like pipe. You know, my mom just sitting back watching. Gunsmoke or something. Ascot. That would just be unfair. This is already unfair. I'm just joking.
It would be.
It is unfair though. But that would be like crucially unfair.
Oh my God, I can't do that.
Yo, give me some love.
Love you much.
Wonderful, love you too.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming down, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show again this week. Rema Harvell, hit her up on Instagram.
On everything. Because I'm dope.
Happy Hosiery. Ladies, the corset fittings, hit her up. She'll come to you. Remember to watch the Actor's Cut every Wednesday, 5 o'clock, MNN Channel 1993, Fios Channel 37. You can also live stream on MNN.org. Hit me up on Instagram at handsome_good_grooming if you want to be a guest on the show, if you want to network with me, if you need me to host an event or work on a show doing hair or acting, I'm your guy. So, like I said, hit your boy up at Rema Harvell. Yay, wonderful woman.
Deuces.
YouTube. Peace. We out. The Actor's Cut.
That was fun.
That was dope.
That's my word. You can't use my word.